American business is about to go into the red. Carrot Top is
certifiably insane
chairman of the board.
Look out! Don't worry, I got an emergency brake!
Hey y'all, welcome back to Movie Nights. It's another viewer's choice. This time I did things a little bit differently. Instead of having 3 or 4 movies to choose from, people had 100 movies to choose from. But it was the IMDb Bottom 100. Now if you don't know what the IMDb Bottom 100 is, it is the lowest rated movies on IMDb's list. So we got some pretty awful ones to choose from there. And so the winner is Santa with Muscles! But that's a Christmas movie. So we're actually gonna go with second place, Chairman of the Board. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Chairman of the Board is a movie so bad, it didn't even win a bad movie poll. For the uninitiated, Chairman of the Board is Carrot Top's sole starring feature, a $10 million bomb that may have contributed to Trimark's downfall. It certainly couldn't have helped. Just so you know, it was only in theaters for 3 days and made $306,000 total. Carrot Top is someone who appears to have become a phenomenon without actually being a phenomenon. Like, he continues in the popular consciousness simply because of Carrot Top jokes. This is a movie that had so little faith in him, his credit appears over an ass. And he stole my haircut. Don't get me wrong, I am sure he is a perfectly nice guy, but prop humor is not my thing. And I'm pretty sure by 1998, that ship had sailed. Thus, Chairman of the Board was born. This came out 2 years before Y2K. I'm pretty sure people wanted the world to end because of this. The funniest thing about this movie is this interview with Norm Macdonald where he heckles Courtney Thorne-Smith as she's trying to promote it.
What's the movie going to be called?
Well,
Really?
I know what it's going to be called.
Yeah, what's that?
If it's got Carrot Top in it, you know what a good name for it would be?
What's that, Norm?
Box Office Poison.
That clip has been seen by more people than actually watched this movie. But I mean, it was better promotion than this WWF segment, which was actually included on the DVD.
It's carrot time! I'm the next Jerry Springer show! It's out of control! It's mayhem! How about chairwoman of the board? Come on, huh? Adrian! Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah, Chairman of the Board got a DVD release. But before you go to Amazon and start spending all your money on it, you might want to wait for the Criterion edition to come out. How bad is Chairman of the Board? In that Conan O'Brien interview, the starring actress claims that Carrot Top does not use props in this. That's the plot of the movie! She didn't even remember! Chairman of the Board stars Carrot Top as Edison, a wacky inventor who finds himself inheriting a major company, much to the chagrin of the true heir, an uptight 90s comedy villain. This is truly embarrassing stuff. I feel like I'm constantly being assaulted by fisheye lenses. Back off, movie! There's constantly sound effects and noise. There's a lot going on, but not really a lot going on when you get a good look at it.
Commander, we have an alien in your vicinity!
Even the scene wipes have goofy noises. But if we didn't have the sound effects, how would we know it's funny? Even the DVD menu is a hot mess. What am I supposed to click on? How do I exit this movie?
You can do it, honey. Breathe. Breathe.
Hey, that's me!
No. Let me ask you a question. How many bad comedies begin with the birth of the main character with narration like, "Yep, that's me, main character. I began my life much like everyone else, in a bad recreation of the womb." Like, we were wondering about the origin of this character. How did he come to be? Oh, he was born? Oh, that's real interesting. Yeah, I thought that he just appeared in this world fully formed and ready to annoy the audience. I love too how in the 90s, wacky inventor was a common occupation for people. These aren't even particularly entertaining or useful inventions. Half of them are things that already exist except modified to be rendered useless. It's like if in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, he just invented a really large and inconvenient house.
Check it out. It's a baseball bat for baseball players. See, this way they can grab their nuts and still concentrate on hitting the balls.
Cool.
Don't worry, I've got an emergency brake!
How? You know that couldn't possibly work.
Maybe the world just needs to catch up with your ideas.
Yeah, give or take a few thousand years.
You know, I don't think it's that hard to grasp the idea of a fanny pack that looks like an ass. It's just fucking moronic. Some of them, I don't even know to what end they were built for. And neither does the movie.
Why'd I ever build you?
We do get a Carrot Top nude scene though. So there's that bit of fan service for you. Here's the setup. Carrot Top meets an old guy for like a day. They surf together, and the guy ends up dying like right after. But somehow, he has enough time to create a video will and put him in it, because that was the best fucking afternoon of his life. His nephew was supposed to inherit the company, but instead it goes to Edison, because why wouldn't you leave your multi-million-dollar company in the hands of a surfer bum with no real business experience who you met for one day? That's nuts! By the way, he immediately desecrates his ashes. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it, old man! Not only did this guy create his video will in like a hot minute, but he also put production values into it. Like, he flies away on his bed at the end. Did whoever did the editing for that put that on their resume, I wonder? Like, how would you credit yourself? Crazy old man will editor? I hope they didn't though, because they didn't even track the wings on the bed properly. He certainly didn't spend any of his millions of dollars on this video. I have no idea what this company is. Invention warehouse? But apparently they don't want to put any money into research and development, which I think would be a really big thing for a company that invents things.
This is R&D? But R&D looks DOA.
I wish you were DOA. This guy should have been fired anyway. All of R&D's ideas are just shit related.
Bullshit!
The POS, portable outhouse slacks. It's for those long road trips when you can't find a place to stop.
Yeah, that already exists. It's called a diaper, asshole. But when Edison is put in charge, things start to get wacky.
Get back in there and change!
You're no fun.
You know what's missing from this movie? Jokes. So much of this film just fails on a narrative level. Like, they just state things instead of letting them happen naturally. You know, like a story.
Strike? You can't strike! Wait a minute. Strikes have always set things in motion. Might not be a bad idea. That's right! You can't strike because you haven't got the guts!
Hey, that was your idea book. Yeah, I know.
Here's the thing. I don't want to get on this movie's back just for starring Carrot Top. Because simply being annoying doesn't mean that you can't make a character funny. But they don't. Because boy, do they fail to get you behind this guy. No matter how much of a failure a character is, or how irritating they're supposed to be to the people around them, you've gotta have something that endears the audience to them. Maybe he's a spacey inventor with no ambition, but he's got a heart of gold. Maybe there's a lesson to learn. He's pretty lazy and inconsiderate, but by the end of the movie, he's going to learn what running a business is really like and how to treat people better. Nope! He's a total asshole! No lessons to be learned here, no likable character traits, no jokes to make up for any of this. I'm just gonna spoil it now. He gives up the company by the end because he doesn't like being a CEO. Fuck you, old man! You made a terrible decision and now you're dead. That takes some balls.
This must be the boardroom. You guys look pretty bored.
I bet the board is spelled B-O-R-E-D.
I'm just gonna say this right now. I am not convinced Carrot Top is not playing a serial killer in this movie. Like, he just looks genetically predisposed to murder. There is a dead cat in his fridge, so it's in canon that he's an animal murderer. He sets a swarm of killer bees on someone. Assault by bees! That man's probably dead now. But at least we died laughing. No, this is a man with no regard for life. He leaves someone unconscious in a tennis court for hours with a tennis racket on his face just so he can hit on a sexy lady. He probably had a concussion. He strips down a corpse at a funeral so he'll have something to wear. This is his problem-solving skills. This is a running theme throughout the movie. He loses a bunch of jobs because he's a dick. Yeah, I'm sure that one was gonna pan out for him. He gets this job, continues to act like a dick. The main woman in the movie falls for him simply because she is the love interest, while never acknowledging that he has not changed as a character. He doesn't listen to anyone, he acts like a kid all the time, he's gonna run this business into the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check with my advisor on that. Hold on one second. Signs point to yes, it is decidedly so.
I mean, it's kinda hard to get behind him when the villain is totally correct. And he's the only one who got a genuine laugh out of me.
Call you later.
The bad guy, Old Man McCrazy's nephew, wants to sell this company to Raquel Welch. I mean, our antagonist's biggest fault appears to be that he wants to do a business merger. Carrot Top, meanwhile, fucks up where the funds go and makes up for it with a luau day. This isn't how you run a business. Bad guy McGee has no reason not to believe that Carrot Top won't bankrupt them. His first words after he learns he inherits this company were to complain he got a job. I remind you, this doesn't change by the end of the movie. He's a lazy fucko.
I'm not gonna screw up. Have a little confidence once in a while. Burgers, anyone?
So this all comes to a head when Carrot Top invents a TV dinner with an actual TV in it. I have no idea how any of that is supposed to fucking work. There's no way, with all of that tech stuff in it, production, labor, shipping, the cost to license the TV shows, all of that it would only cost $2 more than a regular TV dinner.
It only costs $2.19 more than a regular TV dinner.
So regardless of the villain pushing him to release it before testing, he's still an idiot. By the way, none of this stuff is why this business venture fails. Apparently it was all totally cool, but the bad guy got someone on TV to claim the TV dinner gave them radiation poisoning, because apparently no one in this universe knows how radiation works or has heard of glow-in-the-dark paint. Which also, by the way, is an invention of Edison's. Even though it's not. No one even looks into the supposed lawsuit. The stocks just tank and Edison is fired. So, good job for the villain! Give him a hand! There's some stipulation in the will that if the stocks go below a certain amount, the company goes to Nephew McAsshole. But listen, this would have happened regardless of the phony lawsuit. They waited for Crazy Old Man to die, but not for Carrot Top to continue on his road to failure. Their downfall was their greediness. Carrot Top exposes the dastardly plan, gives the company away, gets the girl, runs into something, and the movie just sort of ends. It's confusing. So Chairman of the Board is not a good movie. But is it so bad it's good? Kinda. It really depends on your tolerance for terrible comedies. Because while I wasn't insulted by it on a moral level, there are a lot of really annoying things about it. I could laugh at its expense, but Phelan found it absolutely intolerable. I got a headache, which might have been unrelated, but it's kinda hard to tell. So watch at your own risk. Can't believe I went to Party City for this. Oh no, I broke it. How am I gonna watch all 4 of these holiday classics? Oh, it's okay. The one with Santa with muscles on it's still in there.
UVWXYZ.